Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into what we were shipping out today on Wednesday, so kind of like a slower day. But the first thing is going to be this laminated map for an RPG called The Lost Lands. It's like the between zone right up over here. This thing's kind of cool because someone took the time and money to laminate it so it doesn't get like damaged. It's normally like a piece of paper, right? So the dungeon master might have this where they can use dry erase marker, or they're going to hang up on a wall as like a cool little piece. They must really like the role-playing game right there. That ended up selling for $11.39 plus shipping. Everything's going to be plus shipping. That was a repeat buyer. We've been getting pretty good luck with repeat buyers. All right, next up, I can't really show you because I already have it sealed up in its box I came in. Superior Models Series 76 Kaiser Wilhelm. It's like a metal miniature. It's actually like 4 inches. So normally I'm selling like the smaller miniatures. This one just happened to be bigger. This ended up going for $16.87. It has like a little accessories in a baggie and like a little base where you can put the miniature on and glue it. And then they can end up painting it if they want. All right, moving along. I have to actually, it's probably in the bag. I forgot to grab it. It's going to be a little promo dog for the Doctor Who board game. He's just like, it was the Gale Force 9 board game, Doctor Who, Time of the Daleks, and this was just like a little promo figure. So it's just the miniature, the little doggy. I think his name's like K something 9 or like that. And then he ended up selling for $15.93. I just forgot to grab it from the bag right over there. All right, next up is going to be these Khorne miniatures for Warhammer 40K. This is bits and pieces on a sprue. So there's a bunch of like chests up here. There's some shoulder pads. There's a couple of hands and guns over here. There's a sword. There's other stuff missing, but people are going to either kit bash, which means you're mixing up multiple like miniature pieces to make full-on figures. Ooh, Netta helped me grab the doggy. Here's the little Doctor Who doggy right there. You remember his full name or no? It was like K9. Yeah, oh, it's just K9. I thought there was like other numbers. I mean, it makes sense. It's a K. All right. Yeah, I got you. All right. So yeah, these bits and pieces sold for $17.99. Well, this is crazy. So what did I say? This little guy sold for $15.93. So yeah, people do like board game accessories. Look how tiny this is between my fingers. They are things that you add to your board game. They'll have rules, and yeah, people like to really complete their games. I like to complete my board games whenever possible as well. And on Kickstarter, you'll get like bonuses for doing like spending more money before the game's even out. All right. Next up is going to be this police car right here. What is this one? A state trooper for New York right here. This is like a bigger die cast model. It has like its little base right here. I think this is by the company Road Champs. But yeah, it's like a darker blue. We've been having good luck with these die cast cars. This is just a bigger size one. It sold for $10.12. All right. Next up is going to be Stocks and Bonds bookcase games. We actually had a bunch of this game at one point. We probably had like 20 or so different variations of how many pieces were complete. This is one of the last few ones we have. This is 95% complete. I think it's missing one of the, you're trying to pretend that you're playing the stock market. I think a lot of people really like this game. I think that it's kind of like accurate enough where people love playing this game with like their friends and stuff, and maybe in offices. I'm not too sure. You have like your little board here in chalk that you keep track of. You all have like your little sheets. There's gonna be little cards that flip over telling you if it's a bear market or a bull market. One of the bull market cards I think is missing, or 2 of the cards, so that someone's like game, they can still play it. It's just gonna be like slightly skewed towards a bear market in this, which is fine. Maybe they're scamming their friends and not telling them that certain market cards are gonna be missing. But yeah, at one point we sold like 10 of these in like one day, a couple years ago before we were recording, because we just had a bunch listed. So it must have gotten like more popular and more expensive as time goes on. This version only sold for $9, but like I said, it's missing a couple of cards, which really isn't like a big deal. But if you want to get the complete game, it's probably gonna be like 20 bucks or more or something. I haven't had a complete version in a while, so I haven't checked it out in a bit. All right, moving along, we have these. I didn't really know what they were. They were like a bunch of sci-fi miniatures I got at an auction. So there's a bunch of little miniatures within this baggie. I labeled them by numbers because I got a ton of them, like seriously a lot of them. I think it's a company from the UK. This one's called Raging Heroes Jailbirds, JBRTR, whatever that means. So yeah, it's a bunch of little pieces to make some miniatures for some kind of sci-fi game. That's about the extent to what I looked up and figured out. So I just listed all of them I had from like half of a year ago. This bag of miniatures or jailbirds sold for $15. All right, last up for the day right here is Warhammer 40K. These are the Necrons. I got a Necron army that I bought recently. These are Lich Guards with some kind of like shield and then sword. I had like the official name here on my actual listing, but it's it was too many characters to click it right now. But yeah, these sold for $59.99. So yeah, these must have been like a better lot of the figures. I haven't played Warhammer 40k, but when I get like the bits and pieces, or when I get the miniatures, I do look them up and do my best. The Necrons were kind of hard to look up because I got a lot of like vintage older ones and there weren't that many listed. So yeah, $60 for that is really good. All right, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel.